sun is bright, come watch the sky. Far away a dot is moving. Clouds give way, birds scratch the blue. A yellow vision has come true. Feel the freedom in the air. Europe is the place so near. Time keeps on running, no wish to hide. The challenge has begun, our joy and pride. Take the taxi through the air. Come on board, don't stay out there. Touch the sky, your smile starts flying. Take the chance, it's worth a trying. Board the yellow cab to somewhere. Take the taxi through the air. Taxi through the air. Cross mountains high and valleys deep. Destinations to discover. We fly you there, the fare is low. Choose any place you'd like to go. There'll always be a new horizon, a further step to make. The world keeps spinning, checking easy. Clear as the sky, make up your mind. Take the taxi through the air. Just come on board, don't stay out there. Touch the sky, your smile starts flying. Take the chance, it's worth a trying. Board the yellow cab to somewhere. Take the taxi through the air.
Well, hi guys, and good morning. Good morning and welcome to Jet and Airways. Well, it's good to be back. I've been away for a while. I have been a little crook. I have to say, I don't mean a little criminal when I say a little crook. I mean, I've been a little bit sick, still a little bit croaky, but I'm a lot better. I had a head cold, plus I have asthma as well, so that made it worse. I have been doing a little bit of flying and a little bit of flight planning, drawing up some new flight plans for the airline. So I'm going to be flying those over the next few days. But this is a lovely little flight plan that came together really nice. Detroit up to Toronto in Canada. So it's a new international flight for Jetin, and we're going to do it in the beautiful 777. Painted in the amazing and beautiful Jet Airways livery, our own personal airline, which anyone can join, of course, and enjoy. And we also have all the catering trucks painted as well. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool? Very, very cool. Big thank you to Jonathan, our artist in Brazil, and of course Alan in Australia, who painted our catering carts for us. And you know, he's got a bit of a sense of humour. He had to put a little sausage roll on the back of the catering carts. He's a big sausage roll fan. You wouldn't think so when you look at him. He's as skinny as a rake. You wouldn't think that he eats sausage rolls, guys. You'd probably think he's vegan or vegetarian when you look at him. Oh, but he does. He loves his tucker. And also the maintenance van. Look at the maintenance van. That's painted in Jet Airways colours as well, with our logo on it. That's why I tell everyone Jet Airways livery for the PMDG 777 is the best there is. You will never see a better one on YouTube or anywhere. It's all painted inside as well, as you saw in the introduction video. All the TV screens are all decked out for Jet Airways, and they actually play movies. So how cool is that? Okay, so we are at the gate here, and we got a few electronics up and running, so we have to do the rest of it. It's in turnaround mode because it's not the first flight for the day, and I'm not the first pilot to get in and fly it. So it's not cold and dark. Some pilots like to start from cold and dark every time, but to be honest, that's not how real pilots do it. It's a bit unrealistic doing that way. But it's a good way to show off to everyone how good you are, or how good you aren't in some cases. So let's get in and have a look and just check over what we've got to do to get started. It is early morning here. We're going to be serving breakfast on the flight. Welcome to the stream, guys, if you've just joined in. Hope you enjoy the stream. Some of you will be watching this later when it goes up onto YouTube, so welcome to Jet In. Right, so we are on ground power. We are on ground power at the moment. I'm going to show you the flight plan I made, so you can take a screenshot or you can photocopy it. Take a screenshot or take a photo of it if you want to fly it for Jet In Airways. This is a nice little flight, international flight, but it's not really that long. About 200 to 300 nautical miles. And it is a really nice flight. You could do it in the 787, you could do it in the 777, even one of the 737s if you wish. So have a look at the stats over here. We're taking off from Detroit runway 4 left, climbing out to 10,000 feet, but we're actually going to cruise at 25,000 feet. We're going out through Zetra 4. Now you could almost do this in the flight planner within the game if you wanted to. I've done it on another program. Now when we arrive to Toronto in Canada, we're coming into airport, the Toronto airport, which is CYYZ. Okay, and we're coming into ILS runway 15, as you can see here. Coming in through Boxham is our star. I've customized some of the waypoints, so we may not actually go through Boxter. ILS approach 15 left. I've included the chart here if you need to see the chart. Up here we've got the ILS and the localizer 110.50, and you'll see all the headings and all the information you'll see on the chart here. I've done quite a bit of work on this plan, so I hope that you can just fly it and enjoy it without doing all the work. Everything's done here for you, set up, so you can just get into your plane, load up your FMC with this information, and have a fun little flight for Jet In Airways. Let me know in the comments how your flight actually went. So I'm going to slide this over to my other screen so it's not in the way. I've actually got 3 screens here, one for these sort of maps and navigation and bits and pieces on my right hand side, and then on my left hand side I've got another screen running for my OBS software, so I can see other comments and things like that. So it's a bit of a fancy old setup. It's not high tech, but it sort of does the job quite nicely, I think. So we need to get started here and get some things all set up. The passengers are coming on board. And they're a little bit noisy, I've got to say. That's better. Shut the door. Too noisy, you guys. You are too noisy. Let's have a look at this. Here's the volume. Take that down a little bit, eh? Take that down. Take that down. Slide it over to that screen. Slide over that screen, get the volume down a little bit, then we can close it,
Captain, passengers are on board and ready to go.
Okay.
Jet in Airways.
That's very
welcomes
cool,
you
thank
aboard
you.
our service.
Okay, so prepare for gate departure. Right, so let's come down here. Just have a look what we've got going here. Okay, we have ground power going. So let's go up and start the get the APU underway. Emergency lights on. They should have been on. And we will start up our APU. Landing lights off, beacon light off, taxi light can go on, strobe light can go on. Passenger signs on auto there, no smoking. Now let's have a look, see what our flight plan looks like in the FMC. Take a note of this, take a screenshot if you like, but this is how I've got things set up. We're heading out through runway 4 right, heading over to DCAT's Flocker, then Ongox, and then Ben Bethany onto Wohill, and then a straight in ILS approach to runway 15 left. And we're going to cruise over at 25,000 feet. So we should be running on our APU. Let's have a look over here. It should be on our display. APU is running. So that is good. Some of those lights will go out there as we get things all started and fired up. So let's come over here, have a look at what's over here. We'll turn our flight directors on. Our LNAV can go on. Climb out speed, we'll set that at 250. Vertical speed, not too steep. I just want a gentle climb out today. So I'm going to put that about to 1,900. About 1,900 will be fine. Auto brakes we'll put on reject takeoff. Okay, so we have permission to taxi to the hold short, so we'll get things underway there. Camera crew, please prepare for taxi and departure.
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you haven't already done so, we request that you store your luggage and take your seat so we can have an on-time departure. For those passengers seated in a designated exit row, you may be called upon to open that exit in the event of an emergency. Please refer to the safety briefing card of the exit row information card located in the seat back pocket to ensure you meet the exit row criteria and understand the information. After carefully reviewing this card, if you believe you could be injured, do not wish to, or cannot perform the functions listed, please notify a flight attendant. At this time, we also request that you install your electronic devices until we are above 10,000 feet. I will notify you when it is safe to bring these items out for use. If there's any question as to what device you can use on board today, please refer to the Welcome Aboard section of your My Magazine. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so I think we are ready for pushback if our jetway is disconnected. We'll get the jetway disconnected, and then we will get pushback underway here. Right, I've still got some connections there. We need to air conditioning, remove chocks, ground power release, and remove chocks. Okay, so we're clear for pushback.
Now we ask that you direct your attention to the forward part of each cabin to the TV monitors for a brief and important safety message about our next cab.
Welcome aboard. Please fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle, and tighten the strap. To unfasten your belt, pull up on the buckle. Turbulence may occur unexpectedly, so keep your seatbelt fastened during the flight, even when the sign is not on. Cell phones, two-way pagers, and all other electronic devices should be off and stowed. In American Way magazine is a list of non-approved devices. Remember, cell phones and two-way pagers may never be used in flight. Tray tables and footrests should be secured and your carry-on luggage placed under the seat in front of you or in a storage compartment. Please bring your seats to the upright position for takeoff. It is a federal requirement to comply with crew member instructions and instructional signs. All flights are non-smoking. Smoking is prohibited in the lavatories. It is against federal law to tamper with, disable, or destroy any smoke detectors in the airplane lavatories. Please review the safety briefing card in your seat pocket for specific emergency information about this flight. The exit doors or windows on each aircraft are clearly marked. If the aircraft lighting system fails, an escape path will be clearly illuminated by an emergency lighting system. Each cabin exit door is equipped with an evacuation slide. Some slides can also be used as rafts. Large life rafts are also on board. A sudden change in cabin pressure will automatically release an oxygen mask above your seat. Take the mask and pull it firmly towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Put the mask on and pull the elastic band over your head. Tighten the band by pulling on the tabs on both sides of the mask. Breathe normally. The plastic bag will not inflate. Put your mask on, then help others sitting next to you with their masks. Your seat cushion may also be a flotation aid. Remove the cushion and place your arms through the straps on the lower side of the cushion. On some aircraft, a life vest is located under the seat or between seats. Put the vest on over your head and wrap the strap around your waist, pulling tightly. Never inflate the vest inside the aircraft. Once outside, pull down on the two red tabs to inflate the vest, or blow into the red tubes located on each side of the vest.
Okay, that's that safety message all done and out of the way. We are all clear and all good to taxi to the hold short. Runway 4 left. Trim is set. Flaps are down. Welcome to the stream, guys. It is good morning. I say good morning. It's morning time here in New Zealand. And it's morning time where we are now. We are in Detroit. And we're heading over to Toronto in Canada. In the beautiful 777. What a beast this plane is. It is just amazing and lovely to fly. I'm enjoying it, loving it to bits. So I've been working over the last few days on some new flight plans for Jet and Airways. So I've been tidying up the old ones as well, putting in some new SIDs and stars and approaches and transitions, and tidying up the old Jet and Airways flight routes, updating them, and I'm going to be doing some nice new ones for Jet and Airways as well. Welcome to join the Discord, and you will see these flight plans pop up in our Discord so you can fly them. I'll put the Discord in the description below. If you go back to my previous videos, you will see my Discord there now. So let's taxi down here at a nice slow, casual pace. Hope you're enjoying your flight simulator, guys. Traveling at a ground speed of 12. Hope you're enjoying your flight simulator. I would like to talk about Flight Simulator 24 that's coming out in November. As we fly, we can have a little chat about that. Have my own opinions and ideas in regards to that. Beautiful day here in Detroit. Just a few clouds around, but we should get some nice views coming on into Toronto. Sorry if you can hear me sniffing and snivelling a little bit. I have been sick. I'm trying to consciously keep that to a minimum today. But it's a bit annoying for people listening to hear the streamer coughing and spluttering away. Feel free to make a comment, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. Are you in New Zealand, the UK, America, or somewhere exotic around the world somewhere exciting? Everywhere is probably more exciting than New Zealand, to be honest. Okay, so let's put our brakes on here. And we'll go through a bit of a flow, our pre-purchase checks, our pre-departure checks. Okay, so let's come up here and we'll check, yes, landing lights on, other lights on as required, hydraulics, fuel pumps, air switches, everything are on there. Okay, auto throttle is on, flight directors are on, LNAV is on, speed set at 250 knots. We're climbing out at vertical speed of 1,900, going to 10,000 feet initially. Brakes are on RTO, rejected takeoff. Flaps are down and set on 15. Trim is in the appropriate position there. Pre-takeoff checklist complete. So we can taxi out onto the active and head on over to Toronto. Let me know in the comments how the sound is, guys. If it sounds okay. If you can hear everything. I'm a little bit quiet today. I'm trying to talk a little bit quiet. My voice is still not back to 100% after my head cold. I've got the heater on in the office here. It is lovely and warm. The cabin crew are going to make me a beautiful cup of coffee as soon as we're up and flying. The kitchen and the crew on the 777 is just amazing. The galley is just phenomenal. The meals they prepare. Coffee machine is fantastic. It's great. I can hear the sounds in this plane a little bit better now. All the rattling and the things going on as you're taxiing sounds a lot more realistic. Almost feel like I'm in X-plane. Right, throttle's up to 55%, and we hit toga. And here we go. Alright, gear up. We used all the runway that time, didn't we? Oh my gosh. And a little bit extra. Okay, autopilot engaged. LNAV engaged. Climb out speed set. Emergency brakes have switched themselves off automatically. We'll take the flaps up. One. Flaps up. Okay, I'll switch this over to map and we'll follow our flight plan beautifully. Climbing out over 2,000 feet, coming up through 5,000 feet now. Our first waypoint coming up to DCATs. I wanted to stay at 250, but our speed is coming up quite a bit more than that. Right, so DCATs, we shall be at, or around DCATs, we shall be at 10,000 feet. And then we can head on up to 25,000. Right, time for our climb out message, I feel.
Once you reach a comfortable cruising altitude, ladies and gentlemen, the flight attendants will be in the cabin and will offer you a cocktail beverage of your choice, along with breakfast. There are 5 flight attendants on board today, primarily for your safety. If there's anything we can do to make your trip more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask.
Yep, don't hesitate to ask, but we are going to serve a beautiful breakfast. Hash browns, toast, stewed tomatoes, steak. You can even have steak if you wish. You can have a lovely breakfast today as we head over to Toronto. First thing I'm thinking about though is a nice cup of coffee. I need to get that into me quickly. Right, let's take our altitude up a little bit more. Let's head on up to 300 knots. And we'll climb a little bit out here. So how have you been going, guys? Are you still enjoying the 777? Or have you moved on to the next best and brightest thing? A lot of the big time YouTubers have been making heaps of tutorials and videos, which is fantastic for guys like me trying to get the hang of it and learning. But no doubt soon they'll all be dropping it like a hot potato and moving on to the next biggest and brightest and more fun, exciting thing. And no one will be doing, very few people will be doing 777 videos because they all move on to the next thing that's popular so they can continue to make lots of money. But I think I will be sticking around, guys. I will be sticking around with the 777 and the 737 from PMDG for a long, long time. I'm not the sort of person that's always upgrading. I like to stick with what I know, what I feel confident with, and just try and improve my skills over a long period of time, rather than chop and change onto the next best thing all the time, like a lot of the big time YouTubers. They have to, of course, because they need the money. They need to get more clicks and more likes. They're never going to give you a true assessment of everything, because they get a lot of their software or games or the updates, planes provided. They get the key provided by the developers, so they're not going to kill their cash cow and tell you the good and the bad. They're just going to tell everyone how great it is and that you should buy it. Oh gosh, that's how they work, guys. But you don't need to be like that. You don't need to be constantly spending your money and upgrading and buying new planes and everything. If they want to do that, let them do it, okay? Just enjoy watching their videos for free. You don't need to be like them. They need the money, they have to do it, but we don't. We can stick with the planes that we like, our favorite planes, and just keep flying them for a long, long, long time and slowly improve our skills and get better and better. So as they move on, but I will always be here, guys. I will always be here flying the Old Faithfuls, the PMDG 737s, and the and of course the 777. We'll be doing a lot more time in the 777. Just slowly building up our skills and our knowledge, trying to get better and better. Slowly, slowly. That's how you improve, isn't it? Quite often, once I get a nice route, a nice new route organized, I'll just keep flying it for quite a long time, because that's how you improve as well. You just get, if you're doing a new route every time you jump into an aeroplane, how can you get good at it? You can't, unless you're a perfectly good professional pilot. Most of us are not. It takes us a while to get the hang of the flight plan. It takes us a while to get used to the new route. Like real pilots, we fly the same route quite a few times at Jetin. I do anyway, day in and day out, and that's how you improve. That's how you get good at it. I fly the route in good weather, I fly it in bad weather, I fly it at night time, and eventually I can pretty much take everything the environment throws at me, because I get to know the route very, very well. And I suggest you do that, and that's how you can improve your skills. Just like playing the piano. Play the same old song until you get good at it. Well, speed is going up slowly, but we are climbing. We're climbing up towards a very, very slow climb, actually. So I think I can go ahead and get the meal service started.
Captain, would you like a fresh cup of coffee?
Oh yeah, that would be lovely. Thank you very much.
All good.
Hi everybody, from the flight deck. We're level at our cruise altitude, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs off. So you're free to move about the cabin as you wish. However, when you are seated, we ask that you would keep your seatbelts comfortably fastened across your lap in front of you. And so just sit back, enjoy the service and the entertainment, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, hi Peter. Peter's popped in to say hello. Hi mate, welcome aboard. Yes, it will be a nice flight, Peter. I'm enjoying myself. You and I are probably the only one that'll see it. But I'm happy. I'm happy in my own company here. Quite happy. We got good coffee and good food. Nice to see you, Peter.
Attention all passengers, we will be serving our in-flight meal shortly with your choice of red or white wine. Please return to your seat so that we may serve you more easily. Enjoy your meal.
Yep, they are preparing some meals now, and I tell you, the meals look good, real good. Well, if those meals don't make you hungry looking at them prepare that, well, I don't know what wouldn't. Don't know what wouldn't.
Here's your coffee, Captain. Is there anything else you would like, Captain?
No, that is fantastic. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That is beautiful. Not a long flight today, to be honest. We're feeding all the passengers. We're feeding all the passengers, but I'm not actually having a meal today. Often they will bring a meal in for me. I'll just sit it on my knee and eat it. Or I can put it down on this tray over here. Put it down on my tray and just pick away at it as I fly. Excuse me. But today's not a long flight. I don't feel I need I really need the meal. I'll have something nice when I get to Toronto. Some lovely, lovely Canadian food. Yes. Maybe some hot pancakes with that lovely Canadian maple syrup. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I have a friend in Canada. They sent me some maple syrup, Canadian maple syrup, and it is the best. You got to have it on pancakes, guys. You got to have it on your pancakes. Beautiful, fresh, hot pancakes with Canadian maple syrup. You can't beat it. Cannot beat it. You have a great day, Peter. Hope you're enjoying your flight simulator. What planes have you been flying lately? We're heading over to Toronto, guys. If you've just joined us or you're popping in, have a look at the stream. Heading over to Toronto from Detroit. And we're not that far away from our top of descent, to be honest. Not that long a flight. And quite a nice day up here. Now I was going to have a little bit of a talk about Flight Simulator 24. I always say I'm not sure if I'm going to get it. I may not even buy it. Maybe hold off for even a year before I buy it. I'm the sort of guy that doesn't have a lot of patience when it comes to having to reset everything up, having to reinstall all my beautiful planes that I have. Everything is working perfectly. I'm enjoying it. Everything looks spot on the way I love it. Why do I need to fix it? This is the problem. Now, I know they say they have three-dimensional trees and bushes and grass. The buildings will be flasher. All sorts of eye candy will be improved. Maybe the performance, I don't know, but my performance, I've got to say, is bloody brilliant. It's just perfectly smooth when I take off and land. The clouds, I'm very, very happy with the sky. There's nothing here that I'm unhappy about, to be honest. So why do I want to fix something and then have weeks of problems and headaches and migraines and stress trying to get it working, trying to get my planes installed. Then I got to get my liveries all reinstalled. Then all my setups. You know what? I think it's going to be just entertaining to watch everyone else struggle for a week or two. I'll watch them struggle for 6 months. The big time YouTubers will be the first ones into it because they need to make more movies to make more money from you guys. So they'll be into it straight away. So I'll just watch them. And of course they'll be drooling at the mouth and going gaga, telling everyone we've got to do it and buy it. It's fantastic because they got their copy for free or got the key for free. The developers giving it to them, so you know they need that money coming in. So there's no way they're going to tell you how difficult and how tricky and how much stress they had trying to get everything working. They're not going to tell you that. They're just going to tell you it's nice, it's beautiful, you're going to buy it. because they're in bed with the developers, most of them. Most of the big time YouTubers are in bed with the developers. So that's the truth, guys. I'm sorry. We don't have to be like that. We can be happy and content with what we've got and enjoy it. Now here's the big news flash. Here's a big news flash for you. Something for you to think about. If you're in your 777-300 or your PMDG 300, have a look at this. Have a look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Just beautiful. Now think about this. Have a look outside, how good it is. Look at that beautiful plane. See how gorgeous it is? This is what Flight Simulator is about, guys. Flying these beautiful planes. But wait, now, let's have a look at what it's going to look like in Flight Simulator 24, the new one. Are you ready? Here we go. Well, this is it, guys. This is what your plane is going to look like in Flight Simulator 24. See the difference? Have a look outside. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, you've got to get Flight Simulator 24, guys. Oh, you've got to get it. It's just awesome. So beautiful. That's the big news flash. Your planes will look exactly the same. The cockpit, the models, PMDG will put the same planes over to Flight Simulator 24. The weeks of hassle and stress you've had getting everything working and setting up, reinstalling everything. Sure, you've got three-dimensional toilets, you've got three-dimensional grass and little shrubs around the lake and little waves on the water, but your planes will look exactly the same. Oh dear. If you want a ground simulator, if you want something with eye candy, with nice buildings and cars and people walking around and trees and pretty little lakes and fluttery little birds, just buy American Truck Simulator. You can drive around and enjoy all the ground candy done properly, okay? Absolutely beautiful. American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator. If you want all the ground eye candy, just get that, okay? Get American Truck Simulator. But Flight Simulator 24, this is what your plane will look like, guys. Just like this. Outside, just like this. Just like that. You know? Have I made my point? I think I've made my point. Shall I rest my case? I rest my case. This is what Flight Simulator is all about. Flying beautiful planes. Coming in for a nice smooth landing at a nice looking airport. And enjoying the nice scenery, the clouds, from 10, 20, 30,000 feet. I'm more of an airliner man. I'm not a little puddle jumper that scoots around the hills and the lakes and lands on the rivers. I'm not that kind of flyer. I tend to be the airliner sort of person. I like to be up 10, 20, 30,000 feet, flying the airliner routes and the big jets. This is as beautiful as it gets, guys. And I can tell you right now, it's not going to be much different from 30,000 feet with Flight Simulator 24. Sure, the clouds may look more fluffy, who knows? But the planes are going to be the same. Your experience, your immersion, it's all going to be the same. So, to be honest, I don't think I'm going to put myself through all the stress, the pressure, and the frustrations of getting a whole new simulator set up, getting all my planes one by one all installed and set up with the liveries. I'd rather spend those 2 or 3 weeks rather than tearing my hair out just enjoying what I've got, because what I've got works perfectly fine. Just beautiful. It's just me, okay? That's my opinion. And I'll probably change. I said I wasn't going to buy the 777. No, I don't need the 777. I've got the 737. Why do I want that? I don't need it. But here I am in the 777. So who knows, guys? But this is the way I'm thinking at the moment. This is the way I'm thinking at the moment, guys. I'm not worried or looking forward to her. Well, I'm looking forward to it in the way that I can watch everyone else fly around in the Flight Sim 24. Like I said, all the big time YouTubers will be getting it out to make videos so they can make more money and hits. They'll all be battling over each other to try and get their first video out. First look, my first flight. Is it worth it? Oh, I can see all the thumbs now. So we'll let them do it. We'll have fun watching them for a while. Don't rush in quickly and spend your money. I guess that's what I'm saying. In a rather roundabout, long-winded way. I probably will spend my money, but I'm not going to rush into it straight away, and I'm going to think about it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Put in the comments, what do you think? Are you going to rush into it, spend all your money? Or do you enjoy Flight Sim the way it is right now? So if it ain't broke, you're not going to fix it. Let me know. So we are on our descent. We are on our way down. I was talking too much. I actually went past my top of descent. Coming down rather quickly here, but that's fine. We're going to do a nice ILS approach. We could probably turn on some landing lights. They're on already. We're going to come down to 5,000 feet. We're going to come over to on GOX. On GOX, we turn around to the right at on GOX, and I want to be at 3,000 feet, doing around 160 knots as we cruise in on our finals. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to Jet and Airways, where a smile goes a long way. Welcome to join our Discord. I'll put it in the description below. We have our own liveries. We have all the PMDG 737s and the 787. The default 787 and the Horizon 787 all painted in Jet and Airways livery, and also the 777. The best livery on YouTube you will ever see is the Jet and livery, I tell you. It is gorgeous. But I'm biased. I am 100% biased. Okay, you can see our turn to the right coming up here. And at that turn, I want to be at 4,000 feet. So we are coming down nicely here. With our livery, it makes it extra special. We have the interior of the 777. All themed out as well with the TV screens. We have the catering trucks all painted in the Jet and Airways livery, and the PMDG service van. If you go back to the beginning of the stream, right at the beginning of the intro, you'll see all our fleet painted in Jet and liveries. It really is quite special. Very special. The best there is, guys. The best. The best virtual airline livery there is. That is my humble, modest layman's opinion. Right, so we are coming around towards our finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our approach, we ask that you please check, make sure that your seatbelts are securely fastened, low and tight across your lap. Please return your seat back and tray tables to their full upright lock position. If you've had occasion to use your carry-on items, please make sure that they are safely stored underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead exposed bin. Also, if you're using any type of electronic device, if you would please turn it off until we are parked at the gate.
Doing our right hand turn here now, and we'll be heading in towards our finals. Right, so we just need to get our speed down a little bit. The speed is coming down, so that is fine. Get that down to 160 for now. Altitude is 4,000 feet, 3,900. And we have our diamonds there, but I'm not sure we locked onto those. Foggy old day, I have to say. Quite a foggy old day. We have a runway up ahead. Right, autopilot off. Flight director off. And I think at this stage I will hit active pause. I'll turn on the replay mode, see how good my landing was or how good it wasn't. A little high. Well, it was a little bit of a dodgy approach. We didn't have the ILS and I came in manually and it was foggy. Visibility was a bit foggy. We'll have a bit of a look at our landing later. Park brake here. Park brake on. Let's have a look at that landing, because that landing was rather dodgy. Still need some practice with that. Okay. Sequence recording. Let's have a look at this. See how it goes, huh? I wasn't impressed with this landing, guys. I've seen worse. I've seen a lot worse on this channel. Okay. There was no tail strike. That was a good thing. It was a reasonably soft landing, but it just wasn't in the middle of the runway. So if I was on a rating or anything, I would have failed that landing. Okay, well, there we are. Welcome to Toronto, guys. We are in Toronto, Canada, and that was a lovely flight. I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this route. I've done it a couple of times. I should have done a lot better landing than that. It was soft, but I wasn't in the middle. I didn't have the ILS. It was a manual come in basically, but it was fun. I'll keep at it, and we will get better and better with practice. So I hope you enjoyed that, watching the landing. You can do a better landing than that. I know you can. So I will head off to my day. Got a lot of work to do today, but I'll be back on Flight Simulator probably tonight, probably on the Discord. I'll put the Discord into the description if you would like to join and fly with Jet and Airways. We have group flights, and it's a friendly place for beginner people who's just getting started with Flight Simulator or experienced pilots. So hope you enjoy your Flight Simulator X-Plane or whatever you're flying. Hope you're having fun, enjoying your favorite planes. You fly the way you want to fly. Don't worry about what the experts or the big time YouTubers say. You just have fun flying. I'll see you on the next video. Make a cheeky little comment, hit the like or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Over and out, guys. Keep safe, keep well, and keep coming back. Cheers.